Alright, welcome back. We are going to make another timer today and you're going to come with me. So let's do it. So last year I made a few spring style timers, and if you've been following the channel you would recognise these. They did really well. So today I wanted to come back to that idea and make a fresh 25-minute version. Let's bring you in. You can come see my screen. Got a new camera as well. Okay, so we have actually started already. We've got a few visuals here. So this is one of the first ones I come up with. And then we've got this one which is similar again. As you can see, it's quite similar. Same sort of visuals as the first one. And then we've got this one. I think this was the original, then we've gone from that to this. Are they the same? No, they are slightly different. And then we're working on some new ones, and we've got some fixes to do, so this needs to be fixed. And then maybe the trail here, so it looks like the bees flying through the air. Yeah, so the plan is to create a set of visuals that all match together. Soft colours, flowers, butterflies, doodles, just something that feels relaxing to look at while you work or study. So some of the first images actually came out pretty decent, but with AI there's always something slightly wrong. Weird shapes, extra details, colours that don't quite match. So a lot of the process is refining things and fixing things, so that's where Canva comes in. It's really good. I also try to make every image feel connected, so even though they're all different scenes, they still look like they belong. And this part honestly takes longer than people think. Sometimes I can do it really quickly, other times it takes me hours. There's a lot of back and forth, changing colours, removing weird little AI mistakes, moving elements around and trying to make sure everything was consistent. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want another few. Aha, so these were the originals that I first got from my image output, but they're not quite right. So this is what we started with, and then this is what we're at now. What a difference. Sometimes AI gives you something really close to what you want, other times it gives you something which is a complete nightmare. So once all those little fixes are done, we can then move on to the next part, which is trying to create some more images. Most of the time the base image is good enough to work from, it just needs to clean up a bit, more personality added to it. Right, final images. I wanted to make some repeating pattern backgrounds using the flowers and elements from earlier, just to break up the visual scene. This way the whole time it feels like connected instead of just looking like random images put together. So once again, lots of images that need cleaning up, so we're going to go ahead and clean those up, and then we can move on to the next part, which is getting into CapCut. Right, so now we've got our 10 images, we can download them, and then we can head over to CapCut, where we can move on to the next step and start building this spring timer. Okay, when starting a new timer, the first thing I usually add is the welcome message, because once that's in, I can then decide the overall font and style of how I want the timer to feel. After that, the actual timer setup is pretty straightforward. It's just time consuming. I add the countdown, speed things up where needed, and build out the timeline itself. So let's quickly whiz through that, get that in, and then I can show you the next part of the process. Once we've actually got the timer itself done, we can then add a little intro tick, and then the chime, and then a chime at the end, or alarm, if you might want to call it alarm. I don't really class it as an alarm because it's quite quiet, but there's an end chime and there's a sort of ticking intro at the beginning. These tiny details make the timer feel that little bit more polished. Well, I like to think it does anyway. And then after that, the next part is to start adding in those motivational quotes. So if you've noticed recently, this is something I've been adding. So they're just little words of encouragement throughout the timer. Maybe you use them, maybe you don't use them, but it's just small reminders to like slow down, stay focused, and just keep going. Hopefully they're appreciated. So I'll keep adding them until someone says, no, do you know what? I'm gonna put them in there because I like them in there. Hopefully they're not too distracting. What a champ. Right, next, let's get some music on this. Right, so we've got the images, we've built the timeline, we've put our intro tick in and our chime at the end, and our words of inspiration. Now, let's get some music on. So we're going to head over to Uppbeat, which is where I get my music for the channel, and we're going to find some music. So the music obviously has to match the vibe of the video, and this is a relaxing spring timer, so I need to find something that's calm whilst being a little bit uplifting and not being distracting, which can be a challenge. You can literally completely mess up a video if you get the music wrong, which I have done many times, and I'm always learning. And hopefully this will be a hit. Let's see what we can find. Right, I'm not going to show you everything, but we have pretty much finished this timer. We have a few more things to do. I want to animate the actual seconds themselves, and I want to watch it properly and tweak it. So we're pretty much there. I just got a few more tweaks to do, and then it's pretty much bang on, ready to go out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.